Rev up your engines!
Charlie's, he says, I see guys, they don't want to crawl under the car to change the oil. They just take out the oil dipstick and they stick in a tube and they suck it out. What do you think of that? In a pinch if you have to, but it's not such a great idea. Now, I know the Audis do that because the whole bottom of the car is all sealed aerodynamically. And it'd be so much work taking it off. They now at the dealers suck it out and put it in, but hey, they don't want the cars to last that long. Think about it. You get dirt and oil, it's going to go to the bottom of the pan, right? When you take the drain plug, a lot of that crap's going to slide right out. If you're just sucking it from the top, you're not going to get it all out. I still say take the drain plug out and do it the right way. I mean, like I say, the Audi dealers suck it out, but they don't care if the engines start to get worn. They want them to get worn so they can sell you another car or sell you an engine when it goes out. Why do you think they put drain plugs on the bottom in the first place? Because it's a better way to do it. And Georgia Bozad says, I bought 4 tires for my car. A couple weeks later, I was out in the woods hunting with my friends. I came back and one of the tires, it was all shredded. First, they don't make tires like they used to. When you bought a new tire, it just had a guarantee because you bought a new tire. If there's a problem, if we sold it to you, we give you another tire free and we send it back to the manufacturer, we get our money back. These days, they force you to buy an insurance policy. Even if you buy a new tire, then they say, well, do you want the coverage on it? And that's, $25 a tire or something. I mean, total BS. Of course, you might have enemies out in the woods there that kind of shredded it up, but you don't. And the deer didn't come with pointed antlers because you were shooting at them and poked holes in the tires. You just got a bad tire. As I always warn people with tires, see where they're made. And if it says made in China, they make some pretty crappy tires in China, a lot of them. Stay away from them. I bought a set inadvertently, I didn't know, from my wife years ago when I replaced her original ones. Then we kept getting flat tires for a couple of years. Every few months we get a flat tire. Now they do a lot of construction. They had nails and stuff, but still, they're steel-belted radios. They shouldn't get nails on them. And I looked, and they were all made in China. And I said, the heck with that, and I threw them all away, put American tires on. They didn't have the problem anymore. Mickey J says, Scotty, I used to be a diehard Chevy fan until I found your videos. I had a Cruise, but it was a Mickey Mouse car that just fell apart. What is up with those things? Quality control isn't what it used to be. Americans, one has to realize, never were into small cars. They never really built any really good small cars. Like when I was a kid, I had an Opel. Buick imported them, but they were made in Germany. They were never into small cars, and the Cruise is a perfect example. They make horrible small cars. They don't really care about it. They say, it's a discount car. We don't care about them. We want to sell all the luxury SUVs and big trucks. They don't really care about it. Well, it bit them in the rear end. Now everybody's driving around in Japanese little cars. Chandra D says, I get my car, try to start it, the security light comes on, but the car won't start. When the security light stays on, your car won't start. It means you got a problem in your security system. Now pray you have another known good key. There's sensors in the key. Mesh with the car. Always have at least 2 good keys to your car. If you only have 1 key and it stops working, you can spend a lot of money having everything reprogrammed and done over on a car. Some cars you even have to buy another computer. Try another known good key. If that doesn't work, then you're either going to have to deal with a mechanic like me or a locksmith that works on security system cars. It requires a high-level scan tool to do that and a lot of experience operating the thing. So you got another key somewhere, and let's say you got one of those remotes with batteries in it. First thing, take it out, go to the drugstore. They sell the batteries for them. They're the same as hearing aid batteries. Put a new battery in. Sometimes it's simple as changing the battery, and then you push the button, and then it turns the security system off. Devontae Dobbs says, I've done a brake job on my car front and back. The pedal keeps sinking. I bled the brakes, but what could be wrong? Analog brake systems are all run by computers. If you got air in your system doing that brake job, you may not be able to bleed it out of the control module for the ABS. When I bleed all the modern cars with ABS, I have to get out my fancy scan tool from the shelf here. I gotta hook it up, go to ABS brakes, go to braking procedure, and it gives step by step what to do and the activation of it, which you can't do by yourself because it'll say, okay, now hold brakes down and push the activation button. And you push the button on the scan tool, then it activates the stuff so that the air will get out of the system. Not something you can do yourself. So I'd say start by paying a mechanic like me to bleed the air out of the system because it's something that you won't be able to figure out yourself without one of those machines. Sad but true, that's the way they're making stuff these days. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.